Today I'm going to go fishing for some catfish just in some local ponds around here. And if you're like me and live in a suburban area, you have a lot of residential ponds, and a lot of people don't know that you can fish those, and a lot of people know that you can fish those, but maybe you don't have a lot of luck. Maybe you want to catch something big. That's why I got into catfishing. It's kind of the biggest thing that we have around here. So I want to show you my basic setup and what I use when I'm going catfishing, and set it up here and show you real fast. First thing I have is just my St. Croix rod. It's nothing fancy, nothing heavy duty, since it's just pond fishing. I'm a big advocate of the spinning combos. You won't really see me using a bait caster too much. Nothing wrong with them. This is what I grew up on and what I'm comfortable using. For catfish, the main thing for hooks that you want to use is a circle hook about that size. It's just really good for setting the hook most of the time in the corner of their mouth, so it's a nice easy hook removal. Second thing that you'll most likely be needing is a pole holder. I prefer these ones that you just stick in the ground and you slide in the pole like that. That way a fish isn't gonna rip it into the water if you're not paying attention. Next thing you're gonna need are some fish grippers, because catfish do have a tendency to bite if you're mouthing them, so lipping them, I guess. So I like to use the fish grippers to get a good grip on them. Pliers to remove the hook. Catfish have really thick skin, so you're definitely gonna need some help getting the hook out. Scissors, in case a catfish does swallow the hook really deep. Sometimes, unfortunately, you do have to cut the line, or if you need to retie on maybe a smaller hook or want a completely different rig at some point, obviously you need some scissors to do that. And for when you catch that juicy PB, a scale to document that. So for bait today, I'm just gonna be using some chicken and some meatballs, and when I get on the water, I will get in more detail how I rig it, and yeah, stay tuned. Alright guys, probably been about 30-40 minutes. I got some decent hits on the chicken, but a big catfish is gonna scoop that up and take the pole down and bow it over. So I think they're a little bluegill pecking at it, maybe small catfish. So we got the old trusty meatball on, switching it up a little bit. We're gonna cast this one out a little bit further deep. The nice thing about meatballs is when they're frozen, you can just kind of lob them and they go a mile out there. So we're gonna go a little bit deeper with this one and wait and see what happens. Back in the old trusty pole holder, and I'll check in soon. All right guys, the meatball worked. We got one on. You can see the footage. There we go. And that's why I wish I got the bite on camera, but it happened really fast. That is why I like using these orange coil pole holders, because that would have jerked the pole right out from my hands. Meatballs, guys, I'm telling you. Why waste your time catching a bluegill and hacking it up when you can just use a meatball? This one's gonna have a lot of weeds on it. Pretty nice one. Let's surf them in. And grab the fish grippers here. I would not recommend, well, I do it all the time, sticking my hands in their mouth, but they do bite hard, so they will draw blood. But if it's big enough fish, it's worth it. Check it out, guys. Nice channel cat right there. You can take the hook out and get a release on them. Alright, and we'll get the release on video. Hook came out super nice right in the corner of the mouth. That's why we use a circle hook. Fish grip. There he goes. On his way to fight another day. Heck yeah. Alright, got another meatball on there, and like I said, these are just, when it's not windy, I just throw them straight on the bottom. No weight, just on the line. I think the more natural the better. But like I was saying, not that I don't use cut bait, I do, but in a pond I think it's a little bit unnecessary, and I don't like dealing with chopping up a bluegill if I don't have to be honest. But if I'm fishing big lakes and rivers, totally believe cut bait probably works the best. But in these situations, why go through the hassle? Looks like this one's already getting messed with a little bit here, and this is probably just a couple minutes after I just caught the last. So but yeah, I just wanted to start a YouTube and really get to know the community, and I'll, you know, answer any comments that you guys have and answer any questions. Like I said, I've been fishing my whole life. I'm 29 years old. Grew up doing it with my dad, so I've seen a lot, and really would like to encourage anybody to get out there. And I know sometimes people get intimidated and they want to try things, but they don't know how and don't know where to start. So I want to give you a starting point if it's something you're interested in. So please reach out with any questions that you have. This pole might get hammered here. Let's see if we can get it on camera. It's fiddling with it. Check back in. It looks like it could be something small fiddling with it, so if the pole goes down, I will turn the camera back on. Alright, I was not paying attention again, and that's when they hit. Another channel cat on the meatball. The goal is a 10-pounder. Have caught a 12-pounder out of here. All right. Smaller one. But we'll take it. We'll take it. The fish grippers here. Got a belly on him though. Alright. There you go. Got a belly on them. We'll get a release on this one and film again. Alright guys, the catfishing trip went really good. About an hour, caught 2. And meatballs are the perfect bait for beginners. They stay on the hook even better than a hot dog. And yeah, the next video I'm going to be catching some fish in a creek, panfish. I'm going to be keeping them for bait, and I'm going to show you guys a super fun method to catch some fish in a creek that really a lot of people aren't doing. So stay tuned for that video, and then in 2 days we're going to go flathead catfishing with that bait I catch. Peace.